stop and help when someone's in a bind. If we see...
Well, I pretty much grew up in church as a child, and I remember being involved in Vacation Bible School, and I remember volunteering in the church nursery and holding the babies, and I was an altar girl where you got to light the candle at the beginning of the service and snuff it out at the end. So I had, I think, a childlike respect for God and the church, but I really mark the time kind of my junior high-ish age, where I was questioning the whole practice of going to church. And why is it that, you know, there's that lady that would sit in the front row every week with a different hat, and why do people go to church year after year that it's part of their life? And so I was wrestling with that whole thing, and then I met a fellow my freshman year in high school who asked me, we were at a choir workshop, and he asked me if I was a Christian. And I'd never met this kid before, but I was playing the piano. I was the accompanist for our school choir. And so after our little choir workshop, he came and asked me, "Are you a Christian?" And I kind of stumbled over my words, my response. It was, well, yeah, you know. But it was a little awkward, and I remember feeling the color come to my face because no one had ever asked me that, even though I was in church and I was a good girl. So anyway, God used that conversation to really get my attention. After I left that day, I was just thinking about our conversation and why did I feel awkward when he asked me if I was a Christian? Do I know for sure that I'm a Christian? Do I know for sure that I'd go to heaven? All of that. Anyway, as our friendship grew and I did play in his band for a while, he got me some little devotional books that I remember one of them was called Abundant Living, and just that had like a Q&A kind of a thing to where there were questions that got me into the Word of God on my own during the week rather than just something that I did at church. So all of a sudden the Word of God was becoming it was coming alive to me in a personal way. It wasn't because I was at church and someone was saying, "Now turn to such and such a passage." I was actually doing it myself. And so that was just a huge time of discovery for me. And I described my conversion experience as crock-pot Christianity in a sense, because I didn't have like some big lightning bolt experience where all of a sudden I went from being unsaved to saved. It was the Lord gradually warming my heart to Him through His Word.